Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the greatest animated series of all time. It's one of the greatest series of all time. It would be the greatest series of all time if it wasn't for Peppa Pig, because as we all know, Peppa Pig stands at number 1. But regardless, Avatar in its own right is incredible. This show did not hold back, which led to some pretty terrifying and dark moments throughout the 3 seasons. Segue. Because today I want to take a look at those dark moments. Those certain episodes that made you kind of sit up while you were watching the series and go, what the f***? Because sure, Avatar was lighthearted, but it also was not afraid to show its dark side or its completely terrifying side. Welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm Retro Nemo, and today I'm going to be counting down the top 10 WTF Avatar moments. Katara Seeks Revenge, Season 3, Episode 16. One of the darkest undertones throughout the whole series is the fate of Katara and Sokka's mom, who was murdered at the hands of the Fire Nation. It's actually a big motivation for their characters and who they are and what they're fighting for, along with another chapter in the dark past of the Fire Nation. For a while, it was a bleak reality that they had to accept, until Season 3, Episode 16, Southern Raiders. In this episode, Zuko is feuding with Katara, who still doesn't trust her because of the entire series before that, and in an attempt to earn that trust back, Zuko helps Katara track down the person who murdered her mother. Katara is filled with anger and rage and wants to get revenge on this person, but Aang, being the spiritual guru he is, tells her to take the path of peace and the high road. But Katara ignores Aang's pleas, and eventually they track down the man who killed Katara's mom, and he's a total loser. He's living with his mom, he's just on this island, he looks like lame now, he doesn't even dress cool. He's pathetic, and when Katara confronts him and is about to do the deed, he begs for his life, causing Katara to show mercy, pity, guilt thing, and realizing that 2 wrongs do not make a right. Aang was right after all. Regardless, let's just talk about how dark this moment is. Katara is ready to kill this man, literally kill this man, because he killed her mother. Real death, people. This is real stuff. I mean, it's not real, it's a cartoon, but it's so real, you know what I mean? Katara, who's been a pretty peaceful person in the series overall, I know she's had her moments, and has always tried to stay on the path of good, is really a different person in this episode. And rage sort of consumes her. That's super dark. Thank God no one actually died, unlike other times in the series, but we'll get to that.
I think Aang might be right.
Then you didn't love her the way I did.
Number 9, the Ember Island Players. This is actually a more light-hearted, fun episode, so why is this on the list? Is it because it's my favorite episode of Avatar? Maybe, maybe not. No, definitely not. There's actually a pretty WTF moment in this episode. The characters are trying to relax on Ember Island, and they see a play which turns out to be about their lives in the series up to that point. It causes them to reflect on everything that's happened, and it has a very grim ending when the comet comes and Fire Lord Ozai literally kills Aang. I mean, they're actors, but like that's what plays out in the play. And Aang sits in the stands watching himself die on stage. That is bleak, dude. Look at his reaction. Oh my god. Just imagine how he's trying to process this. Not only is this a dark moment in the context of the episode, but it's a grim reminder of the path ahead of them and what could happen if everything goes wrong. There's a lot at stake in this series, and this episode really showed that.
The comet is already here, and I'm unstoppable!
Appa's Lost Days. One of the hardest moments of the series was after the library when Appa got stolen by rogue sandbenders.
I hate them.
It was actually a big part of Season 2, hunting and tracking him down, and created a lot of new obstacles for the characters, along with having a severe effect on Aang, because Appa is such a big part of his family. We don't get to see what happens to Appa for a while, and we're just as much in the dark as these characters are as they try to track him down, until Appa's Lost Days. Then we learn about this backstory, in which we essentially watch Appa get tortured for 22 minutes. He gets sold into a carnival where he's whipped by firebenders. He escapes that, but he doesn't fare any better on the outside as the elements get to him. Eventually, thank God, Suki and the other Kyoshi warriors find him, but just look at him, trapped in a cave, completely a shell of his former self, stabbed. Appa is the most cute and lovable thing in the world, and seeing him just completely torn down here, looking like he's on the verge of death, shaggy, scared, and alone, it's terrifying. It's incredibly dark. Yip yip, Appa. Yip yip.
I guess this means we'll always be together.
Lake Laogai. Remember before when I talked about how a character almost died? Yeah, Jet literally dies. Jet is a character in the series who pops in frequently. He is the leader of the freedom fighters, and he's sort of a flawed hero. I mean, he's kind of a bad guy, kind of a good guy, flips around a lot. He definitely broke Katara's trust, that's for sure. But in the episode after Appa's lost days, Jet actually returns to the group, claiming to be a changed person, saying he has found a new life in the Earth Kingdom. Katara has her doubts of him, but they find out that he hasn't really flipped over a new leaf, he's just been hypnotized. Realizing this, they use his knowledge to track down Lake Laogai and eventually Appa, but Jet gets seriously injured in battle by the evil Earth Mustache Man. He's obviously not doing good, and he's being surrounded by the freedom fighters. However, he assures Katara and everyone that he will be fine. Although, this all changes in one line as they walk away when Toph says he's lying. They wouldn't directly show it or say it, but this is essentially implying that Jet died there, that he wasn't okay and that he wasn't going to be okay, that he gave himself up for the good of the group, fully redeemed, but tragically dead. Damn, Avatar, my feels hurt from you hitting them all the time. In all seriousness, this is extremely poetic and deep and amazing and 100% how to write a character and how to write a story, and Avatar is just so good and sad and it breaks my heart because I love it so much. Let's just move on.
There's no time. Just go. We'll take care of him. He's our leader.
You might be sitting there right now thinking, these weren't even that dark. This video sucks. I might just click off. Well, nope. Get ready, strap in, buckaroony, because it's about to get way darker, starting right now at number 6, all of Sozin's comment. This epic 4-part finale is everything that a television finale should be. It gets everything right, but that means it also has to be incredibly dark. We could list off so many moments. For instance, Aang talks to all of his past Avatar selves looking for a peaceful resolution, and they literally say to his face over and over again that he has to kill the Fire Lord himself, even the airbending one. Or how about the entire battle between Ozai and Aang, which is completely insane, full of amazing choreography, and does not hold back in the slightest. We could look at Aang on the brink of death as the Fire Lord encases him in flame around a rock, and it looks like he's really just gonna die there. Although Sozin's Comet is a mixed bag, it definitely has its dark moments, and its dark moments are some of the darkest of the series, because the stakes are so high, and because it's a giant finale. But I don't know how you just watch this fight scene and not go, what the whoa, bro. Whoa. Because I know that's what I was doing, just rewatching it. I'm done. Mwah, this is amazing. Mwah, just move on.
Even with all the power in the world, you are still weak.
Number 5, The Siege of the North Part 2. Now this episode features some of the purest nightmare fuel Avatar has ever had. And it of course happens in the spirit world. All of the spirit monsters in season 1 and onwards are kind of terrifying just innately, but season finales of Avatar are always the craziest, so it definitely has the craziest spirit monster. If you watched Avatar as a kid, chances are this person completely stuck with you, and of course I'm talking about the face stealer, Ko. He's an incredibly old spirit that steals your face the second you show any emotion. Unfortunately, back in the real world, the moon made a big uh-oh and Aang's gotta fix it. And the only one who has an answer is Ko, which led to Aang having to go down there himself, completely straight-faced, standing in front of this terrifying spider monster with 1,000 faces that literally sounds like a nightmare somebody is describing to me. And they made it an episode. This entire scene is full of suspense and tension as you wonder, can Aang keep up his straight face? I mean, the stakes are really high here. Imagine that the Avatar lost his face. Who's their bankable character for season 2 and 3? Suki? She's pretty cool, but she's not the Avatar. Remember Cabbage Man on the cover of season 3? I don't think so. Actually, that'd be pretty great. Ko's entire concept, his execution, the way he looks and talks and moves is literally terrifying. And I keep saying it, but it's true nightmare fuel that stuck with me ever since I was a kid. And I'm sure there's a whole generation of us out there who can say the same thing. And this is season 1 Avatar. I mean, they were ballsy, but they were nowhere near as ballsy as they were later on in the series. So considering this was season 1, it just makes it a whole lot darker.
It's been a long time since I've added a child's face to my collection.